just want everyone to know.
I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world.
I just want everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Cap Nation Live, Monday Night Football 2-game edition. Monday, the 20th of December. What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shane, Chris Temple, Brandon 33, Balling Pros. Anybody else tuning in? What is going on? Happy Monday. Happy freaking Monday. After getting fucked royally yesterday in that Falcons game. The sheriff is in town. What is going on? What is going on? Woo! Ready to rock and ready to roll on this beautiful and blessed Monday morning. We're not going to be live for too long, but we're going to go over the NFL for everybody and see what we can do. Ray, good morning. See what kind of damage we can get into because I'm going to be honest, we fucking need it. We absolutely need it. Sunday NFL guaranteed play, we got hosed on. Absolutely hosed on. Falcons in the red zone 3 times on 4th and 1 and go for it and fail to convert and score any points 3 times. 2 of them from the fucking goal line. Or 1 from the goal and 1 from the 1-yard line, whatever it was. Cardinals played like a fucking... I better stop cursing. We're going to get booted out of here. Cardinals played like a bag of penises. If you know what I mean. Wow. But hey, today's a new day. We get a college football bowl game. The bowl package is in effect today. If you're not on the bowl package, you're going to want to get on the bowl package. All right, you still got plenty of time. Even if you don't do it today, you can still get on board the bowl package for tomorrow, the next day, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You still got plenty of time as there's only 2 bowl games tomorrow, and it's looking like we're going to have 1 bowl play out of there tomorrow as well. So you still got plenty of time to get on board. It's going to be a great time. So, Sheriff says, no points, right? Yeah, no, goose egg points. It was horrible. It was a disaster. I don't even like thinking about it. It still pisses me off, like royally. Royally. Wrong subject. Change the subject things. Yeah. Shane says, looking like no white Christmas in Madison this year. Living in the desert. I can't say I know what that is. I can't say I know what that is. But it looks beautiful outside. I might have to take the surf boat out. I might have to. Might have to. All right, so here is the plan. We're going to jump into the NFL today. We're going to take a look at the NFL and then probably send you guys on your merry way. Yeah, Leon, Tampa yesterday, 0 points. Like, what the fuck is all this about, huh? Those guys, do not get me started today. Do not get me started. By the way, soccer game of the week is tomorrow. Soccer game of the week is tomorrow. All right? I was told that it will be posted on the website later today. So soccer game of the week will be on the website. And not like late today, like literally in like an hour. So stand by for that one. All right, so somewhere along the lines, I've got my breakdowns ready to rock and roll. Let's get back up to the NFL because we were still in college football from yesterday. And they're going to be a little unorthodox because, a lot of players out today. A lot of players out today, especially for Cleveland. Baker is still in the COVID protocol. Mullins is going to start. Baker was hoping to take a COVID test later on today and be cleared to play as he's symptom-free, whatever the case may be. But Mullins is going to start for the Browns today against the Raiders. Kind of unfair for the Raiders having to, if they have any players drop out today, because they all tested perfect and were ready to play for their normal game. Obviously, game pushed back until today. Vegas 30 and 20 against the spread. The last 50 games on the road as an underdog of 7 or less points. They were an underdog. They are no longer an underdog, folks. They are the betting favorite. They are the odds-on betting favorite to win today. They were a pick, then they were laying 1. Then they were laying 1.5. It is now 2.5 once word got out about Nick Mullins. We knew about Mullins starting earlier today, like way early today. They were a minus 130. They're now minus 150. The total on this one is sitting at 40.5 minus 105, which means you can get an even Steven 40 minus $1.15. Let's take a look at that Raiders offense. They're averaging 21.8 points a game. They're averaging 85 yards a game on the ground, 288 in the air at 7.5 yards per passing attempt. The Browns. We have not seen Mullins on the field for the Browns this year. We saw Keenum earlier in the season, where he went, what did he go, 30 of 48 with a passing touchdown. Sacked 4 times, no interceptions. Cleveland, 10 wins, 29 losses, and a push, all against the spread, dating back 10 years at home against limited mistake offenses that average less than 1.5 turnovers per game. The Raiders on the entire year are -4 on turnovers to the +2 on Cleveland. Cleveland 14-8 to the under at home after a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. The Raiders 6-7 straight up, 5-8 against spread, 7-6 to the over. Then you've got Cleveland, who's 7-6 straight up, but just 4-8-1 against the spread. They're also 7-6 to the over. We get a low-scoring game today. Now, last year when they faced off in November, Vegas won 16-6. Under the total has hit 3 out of the last 5 games. Not Chef Bayer. Raymond, what's going on? Love that little badge next to your name. That color's hot right there. Under the total, actually 4-1 when played in Cleveland. The Browns coming off a 24-22 narrow victory over the Ravens. They were laying 3. They did not cover that spread. If you guys remember, we faded the Browns in that one. We took the Ravens plus the 3 and we cashed. The Raiders have lost 2 straight. They've lost 5 out of their last 6 games, with their only win coming by way of Dallas, who they beat 36-33 as a 7-point underdog. Hold on one second. As far as the defenses go, the Browns defense gives up just 22.2 points a game. They're holding teams to 106 yards a game rushing. That shouldn't be an issue because the Raiders only average 85 yards a game on the ground. They're holding teams to 215 yards passing per game at 6.5 yards per passing attempt. The Raiders, on the other hand, they're giving up 27.7 points per game. They give up 125 a game on the ground. 4.3 yards per carry. They also give up 231 in the air at 6.5 yards per passing attempt. Same average there. The turnovers, 6 turnover differential. Mullins getting the start. I don't think Mullins' last game, what was it, preseason, late August, when he was with the Eagles, he had 14 passes. He went 10 of 14, 98 passing yards, no interceptions. Do I expect anything much out of him, any greatness? Well, here's his time to shine. Here's his time to shine, that is for sure. Do I expect greatness out of him? No, against the Patriots, he threw 10 passes, completed 5 of them in preseason. One of them was picked off, and he was sacked 3 times. If the Raiders are able to get their hands on him and disrupt what he's doing, I think he could be in for a rough game. Nothing official on this one, at least not for the live chat. Do lean towards the Raiders. I'd like to think that there's going to be some points scored, but there's going to be a lot of variables in that if Mullins is able to put points up on the board. 3 touchdowns by each over 4 quarters is not a lot. Is not a lot. Get a fumble somewhere, pick up an easy score. It's definitely possible. But we do have plays on this, so if you want to know exactly what we're on, you got to get on board. Now, the original Monday Night Football game between the Vikings and the Bears, game 331 and 332, the Bears 4-9 straight up, 4-9 against the spread, 5-8 to the over. Then you've got the Vikings, who have the exact opposite over and under record, 8-5 to the over, 7-6 against the spread, and 6-7 straight up. Needing to win to keep some playoff hopes alive. Minnesota 8-2 against the spread the last 10 games versus an opponent after a game with a turnover margin of -3 or worse. The Bears just 2-8 against the spread the last 10 games against strong passing teams, averaging more than 7.1 yards per passing yard per attempt. And the Bears 21-4 to the under at home after a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. Let's take a look at the defenses. The Bears defense gives up 25.5 points a game. They give up 120 a game on the ground, 4.3 yards per carry. And they give up just 216 in the air at 7.2 yards per passing attempt. Great numbers. However, turnovers definitely plagued this team. They're -11 on turnovers. They've got great defensive numbers. They give up just 25.5 points a game. They give up, 120 a game on the ground. A little high as far as the rushing numbers go. Passing defense give up just 216 in the air. But it's that -11 turnovers that's got them 4-9, and probably their coach as well. As far as the Vikings defense goes, they give up nearly the same amount of points, a tenth of a point more at 25.6. They give up 130 a game on the ground. So if the Bears want to run the ball today, they should be able to against the Vikings. They give up 4.7 yards per carry. They give up 252 in the air at 7.1 yards per passing attempt. The Vikings defense, however, actually the Vikings as a whole, the entire team, is +5 on turnovers. As far as the turnover differential, it's a 16 turnover differential in favor of the Vikings. It's huge. It's huge. The line on this one, Vikings laying 6.5. Over and under 45.5. As far as the weather goes, should be a nice, cold night at Soldier Field. Should be a nice, cold night in Chicago. Currently, 40 degrees? Come game time, it'll be in the low 30s. Dipping down to around freezing. Real feel at 27 with a 13-mile-an-hour gust. Nine-mile-an-hour wind. Should be a cold fucking game. Should be a good game, though. Probably most likely for the Vikings, though. Although the Bears did put up 30 against Green Bay in their 45-30 loss. They put up 22 in their 33-22 loss to Arizona. They had 16 in their 16-14 win over the Lions. They put up 13 in their 16-13 loss against the Ravens. They put up 27 in their 2-point loss, 29-27 to the Steelers. And they put up 22 in their 33-22 loss to the 49ers. Under the total of 6-1 in the last 7 between these two teams when played in Chicago. Rich, that's why I said a nice, cool, crisp night. It's definitely a mild night, that's for sure. The Chicago players will definitely be able to handle it, that's for sure. As far as this game goes, I did give out a play on it during the live, or not during the live show, but during the daily free play video. I think the Vikings score at least 27. I think the Vikings put up at least 27. That I do. We rode on the daily free play video with the Vikings team total over. And one thing that I think happens obviously Chicago has urgency in every game to put points up on the board. Generally slow starters. I think today they come out firing. First half total is sitting at 21.5. Honestly, I think we get to 24, maybe 27, maybe 26 with a miss extra point. First half total, 21.5. But if you get on a fun site like DraftKings, let's see if it's still up. You could actually get the first half alternate total over 20.5, minus 145. You can get over 20 at minus 175, but I don't think you need to go that high. Thank you for the frozen screen. We'll get that one fixed. So as far as this game goes, you have to have multiple books in order to shop around. We preach that all the time because it's great to be able to have a better line in your advantage. Vikings. The board's going crazy this morning. Vikings and the Bears. First half over 20.5. I'm going to lay the little extra juice. Now, if we get beat by a missed extra point, then so be it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Vikings, Bears, first half. And that's at DraftKings. You always have to shop around, folks. If you don't use multiple books, you're missing out. Food guy, the Falcons definitely fucked us over yesterday. That is a 100% bona fide fact, my friend. Reading through some of the comments. Vernon says, yeah, Minnesota's team total is 26.5 now. That's all in where you go look. BetOnline is still 24.5. Vernest. So it's all in the book that you use. Minnesota's team total at BetOnline currently is 24.5. So it's all in, you know, it's all in the book that you use. Let's see here. Yeah, BetOnline currently 24.5. Now, as far as the college football bowl game goes today, between Old Tulsa, Dizzy going to be on Tulsa, and Old Dominion, if you want to know what we're on for this one, and this is an early game, this is part of the bowl package today, so if you want to know, I do apologize, but you got to get on the bowl package. But here's a crazy stat. Tulsa 7-0 against the spread on a winning streak of 3 or more games. Old Dominion won 5 straight to become bowl eligible. How about that fact? And Tulsa has gone just 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games against teams in Conference USA. Crazy stat there. Crazy stat. And anytime Tulsa is coming off a huge blowout of over 20 plus, the next game is generally under 12-2-1. However, this is a bowl game, so a lot of that doesn't matter. You got to take a lot of that out of the equation. A lot of that goes out the door. Taking a quick look, because I am going to get off here shortly. Gonzaga back at it against NAU. Laying a massive number today. I had a few people text me and ask me if I had laid the 35 on Gonzaga, and no way. It's just too many. They probably do, but I can't. Definitely cannot. Baylor laying 34.5 against Alcorn State. Realistically, I mean, Tulsa just beat them by what, 21? Wichita State beat them by 19. Houston beat them by 32. Tulane beat them by 21. Gonzaga beat them by 27. What happens at the end of the game will matter if they cover that 35. They'll be up by 35 at one point. But again, can't take them. I can't. I just can't. Valparaiso against Eastern Michigan. Valpo laying that big number today, 8. Not a big fan of that one. Georgia laying a big number against Western Carolina. I think Georgia, even though their record just doesn't show it, I think Georgia can probably hang and cover the 11.5 today. Yeah, I like the Baylor play. I know they'll, I mean, I got to, I'm sure they'll be up by 35 at one point. It's just a matter if they could be up at 35 at the end of the game when it matters the most. Edward said Zags get bored second half. Food Guy says they take their foot off the gas at the end. Fact. That's the only thing you're going to have to hope for if you do back Baylor laying, 34.5 points or whatever you get it at, is that they don't take the foot off the gas in the last 3 to 5 minutes. Because that you're not going to want. That you're not going to want. All right, folks, short little live show today. We will be live again tomorrow for some more fun NFL action. Not NFL, well, NFL and college football action tomorrow as well. So, be a lot of fun. Lot of fun. Remember, Soccer Game of the Week will be on the website. If your premium plays were expiring yesterday, we had a winning day. However, your account will be extended. If your 3-day premium plays was expiring today, or expiring yesterday, yours will be extended. So stand by to stand by. I know there was a few of you that were waiting. Accounting is still doing them. All right, folks, I am out. Please enjoy a good Monday, and let's all make a boatload of money starting today. New day, new week. Soccer Game of the Week. I just seen an update will be posted in a couple minutes. So I would imagine if you were on that, not last week because they didn't put one out, but the week before, you'll have that activated in your account as well. And then tomorrow we're going to throw in some college basketball breakdowns as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow, and we'll probably have some more package giveaways during the week as well. So let's keep having some fun. And those YouTube exclusive member only discounts will actually be back to me. The coupon codes will be back to me today once accounting's in. And I'll be able to post those as well. All right, guys, enjoy. And